Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Rob Lee, and we're about to dive deep in some free knowledge for you today. For all you sports cards and investors, we're going to be talking about seasonality and when to buy and sell. So, when it comes to sports cards, you want to buy low and sell high, but there are a couple of things annually that happen that really have a direct correlation to pricing. One of them being the seasons of each sport. So, I got my main man over here, Stephen Michael, our main breaker, and we're going to be talking about how seasonality influences the pricing on cards. So right now, it's the end of October, basketball finals just happened, Lakers, again, LeBron. One of the things is, when you have a player like LeBron, again, getting another ring, prices are going to go up. But it's the end of the season, so if it's not Lakers, what happens to all the cards?
Well, actually, a lot of stuff is down across the board right now, especially LeBron stuff, which you wouldn't think. Yeah. So you saw his Topps Chrome PSA 10 rookie drop from 16,000 to 10,000 over the past 2 months. But I think it's the whole industry right now. It was so high that it had to regulate somewhat. Yeah. But for the most part, this just so we're recording this. What's the day? It's
October 28th.
All right. So the Dodgers just won the World Series. Are you sure it's the 28th?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's October 28th. They just won the World Series. So although it's the off season, Mookie Betts, if you go check his stuff, I guarantee it's higher than it was yesterday because he just had that home run. So stuff like that will fluctuate even though it's off season, But for the most part, this is a perfect time to buy baseball starting in the next couple weeks. And same with basketball. Your window's closing up a little. They're starting the season December 28th, I believe. So what's going to happen is usually the public starts catching on a month and a half before season starts. So you want to be acting when the hype isn't there at all. So when no one's thinking about basketball, which is like right now, you could be buying really low compared to where it was towards the end of the season. So I would say 1920 basketball, anything right now is a strong buy, very strong buy. If you look at just one of the products I compare to is Mosaic, 1920 Mosaic. The Cello boxes, they were at one point $700, okay, during the regular season. They dipped down to almost $400 now. That's a super strong buy. So you don't have to worry about buying a player particularly. You could worry about buying the class as a whole and make money on it.
Just buy it sealed and keep it sealed?
Yeah.
Now, what about 1920? Are there good rookies in that season?
Yeah. Zion, Morant, Barrett, Kobe White, Hachimura. There's a lot of Tyler Hero. There's a lot of top-tier guys, and there's a lot of guys that could be good. Jarrett Culver, Darius Baisley, Nasir Little, Cam Johnson. That's one of the deepest rookie classes I've seen since being alive. And I think we're not going to see a rookie class this good. We may see a player better than anyone in this class, but as a whole rookie class, you're going to see a bunch of guys that are going to be all-stars for years to come, I believe, in this class. Obviously, Luka is stronger than Zion or Morant right now, but his class necessarily isn't stronger than this entire class.
All right, so we're talking about seasonality, and these are moves that you would make given that the season is over, and you're saying 2 months prior to the season starting is the best time to buy. But on the macro level, when you look at this from the big picture looking in, how there's this clear hype going on with sports cards, and I'd say 2 months ago was the Apex.
Yeah, and it's 4 months ago, I think, is the Apex.
4 months ago was the Apex, and now it's slowly dropping down. How much of that would you say would you have to worry about compared to the annual cycle? Do you feel like the prices will drop down further, or it's still a good buy right now?
I think it's still a good buy. I think the audience now that is going to be here is here. I think that the reason why it trickled down to where it is people did get out. But now it's leveled off to a certain point now, and it hasn't really moved. So I think this is the new norm. So the new norm is probably 60% higher than we were pre-COVID, which is great.
Yeah. And yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that's going anywhere. I feel like it is going to go down, but it already has for basketball at least. And what we're seeing right now is it stabilizing, and it's going to slowly start creeping up afterwards. Now, going back to baseball, the World Series just happened. Is right now or the upcoming week's going to be the best time to buy for baseball?
You want to buy... For baseball, I'd guess you want to buy right around when NBA's starting up. Because all the eyes are going to be on NBA.
It's the distraction.
Yeah.
So this is where the main point is. When other sports start starting and popping, that's when there's a distraction where people aren't. Because when you think about sports like basketball, when you're watching the season, that's like a full-on advertisement reminding people all the time, yo, this player's hot, this player's hot. And when you have a different sport coming into play while one is out, that's that distraction where now there's not that many people concentrating on that specific sport. So the market isn't as crazy. Is that what you say is
exactly.
Like the main reason why when seasons come and go? Okay, cool. Now we're talking a lot about on the buy side. What about the sell side? When is the best time to sell cards?
That's tricky. A lot of people think it's wait until something happens. Wait until somebody gets Rookie of the Year. Wait until a team wins World Series. Wait until they get announced Cy Young Award winner, MVP. You have to realize the prices are baked in a lot of the times. Because most of the times you know who's going to win MVP. Most of the times you know who's going to win Cy Young. Most of the times you know who's going to have the best chance at a World Series championship. So prices are inflating the closer it gets to that event. So it's a lot of people have this preconceived notion of, boom, it's going to explode right when everyone hears, oh, he won MVP. But everyone's already bought waiting for that explosion. So that price is baked in. Perfect example, Jeter, Hall of Fame. Everyone was buying, oh, wait till he gets in the Hall. This thing's going to pop. Bro, everyone knew he was going to get in the Hall already,
Yeah.
So
you're competing against your own market, really.
Yeah, so you want to be the first. So you need to speculate.
First out.
Yeah, you need to speculate. If you want to really make money on something like that, you need to be like, this guy is probably going to win Rookie of the Year. So if you were buying Ja Morant at the beginning of the year, you did better than if you bought Zion at the beginning of the year. Because a lot of people were buying Zion, and he came back a little too late, and he didn't win Rookie of the Year. But Morant stuff actually went up to as high, if not a little bit higher than Zion at one point in the season. And it's because if you bought in at the right time, you could have crushed it. If you bought in towards the end of the year when everyone knew he was probably winning Rookie of the Year, your stuff didn't really increase at all.
So on that announcement, like Derek Jeter, for instance, you give an example, when he did win Hall of Fame, right? When he got that, how did pricing work in response directly to that event?
It didn't
did
really
go
move
up once he did.
No.
So okay. So the
Jeter SP rookie probably climbed 300% in the 6 months prior to him getting the call into the Hall of Fame. Then it kind of stopped, and then it was like this, and people were waiting for it to go up again. But everyone that was buying were buying because they knew in 6 months he's getting into the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Now, as far as Rookie of the Years go, like Ja Morant, how's that working? As soon as he gets Rookie of the Year, did that happen yet?
Yeah, he got Rookie of the Year, but it didn't really move. Because you have to understand, he was the favorite most of the time to win Rookie of the Year. So
is that the same formula 6 months prior? It was creeping up?
No, not 6 months. But I would say about 2 months prior to him winning Rookie of the Year, or a month and a half. Then it kind of... Once they announced that they were only giving awards outside the bubble, so anything that happened outside the bubble, his stuff just stopped. Because you already knew he was Rookie of the Year, even though it was going to be a month till he was announced.
Yeah. So that's all catalysts. Like, we're all talking about like titles and awards that players get. Now, seasonality wise, as far as selling goes, is there a seasonality correlation?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Seasonality wise, it has to do with the awards a lot of the times. It has to do with you want to sell usually in the middle of a season, because somebody's putting up a great... That's when people are speculating, right? The middle of a season, somebody has a great ERA, great whip, like, oh, this guy's going to maybe win Cy Young. That's when everyone's minds are churning. Not when the race gets clear and it's like, oh, obviously, because then.
So is this a fair statement? Get out as early as it's obvious.
As early as it's obvious, yes. But even before then, like Shane Bieber, when I got out of Shane Bieber, he was already going to win the Cy Young, but he was still just so dominant at that point in time where there was still time left in the season. So it was obvious, but he could have had an implosion because there was still time left. So people were still buying, and that's like I timed it not perfect, but almost as perfect as you could have on Shane Bieber.
You were just a little early.
I got out.
What you're saying?
I think I got out a little later than I should have.
Oh, okay.
Because there was still time, but if I would have got out like 2 weeks earlier, when everyone was really speculating, I would have probably made a little more. I left some meat on the table.
When you say little, what do you mean?
Like, I don't know, 15%.
Okay. Now, when you're saying it's apexing, how far is the fall? Is it like 15%? Because eventually it creeps back up, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes, like in basketball, guys are dropping 30% right now. Maybe even more. So, it's like, if you have the money, time to restock.
That's different. That's not seasonality. I feel like that's more of the hype that's from like what's going on, not really from seasonal.
No, it's seasonal. It's off season in the NBA.
Yeah, but I think it's an anomaly. This year is definitely an anomaly because it went up way higher than any other year as far as seasons go. So I feel like that drop.
No, all right. Here, before COVID.
Neglect. Yeah, exactly. Neglect this year.
All right.
The years prior, after the season ends, how much does it go down normally?
I mean, it goes down a good amount, man. Like, for example.
30%?
All right. So, for example, the Trout rookies, they were at pre-COVID, $1,000. They went up to like $1,500. And then in the offseason, they went back down to like $1,200, $1,100. So you could pick them back up at $1,000 pre-COVID. So, I mean, that's like, what, 35, 40%.
Wow. All right. Well, the moral of this video is...
I'm making up this slogan right now. Okay?
What's up?
If you want to be a collector, collectors buy and sell on emotion. If you want to be an investor, you need to buy and sell when you're supposed to buy and sell. Bottom line, it's a formula. If you get all caught up in, yo, Mookie just homered the World Series, I'm buying a Mookie. You're losing money on that Mookie bets when you go to sell it. Factual, right? But if you buy at the right time and you sell your Mookie now, you could probably buy it 3 months from now for cheaper. It's a formula. So collectors buy on emotion, investors buy and sell when they should. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So in response to what the general public is doing, like right now, Pokemon is hot. So you would say, get out right now.
Yeah.
It's going to go down.
Well, yes, but that's too general, right? Because it's like, obviously Pokemon's going to go down, but there's still maybe room for it to go up higher. On the case of the Mookie Betts card I'm referring to, it's like the end of the year, just won a World Series. Like, it's not like he's the GOAT forever. It's just going to cycle again. He's going to be out of the news, out of the eye, and then it's going to go back down. This is his moment, Mookie Betts. So that's all. So you have to know when to sell, not be scared to sell, and just know you could probably buy it again for cheaper again once it goes back. You just can't buy on emotion, or you can't sell either. Oh, he got hurt? I'm out. Selling him. Yeah, because everyone's selling now because he's hurt. So you got to know when to sell, and otherwise you're going to just be fighting an uphill battle the whole time. You're going to keep losing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's great advice. I enjoyed this video.
Thank you, Rob.
Join a break.
PhilBondBreaks.com. Go get an exclusive hoodie we just put up, too.
Yo, those are fresh, yo. Where's my hoodie at?
Nah, bro. Unless you buy it on the website, you ain't getting one.
Oh, it's like that?
It's like
I
that.
See.
It's like that.
Do I get the company discount?
Now, you already got a free snapback. That's it forever.
Oh, man. You gonna do me like that.
That's done.
All right, yo. It's Phil Bond Breaks, and we're out.
Later.
Peace.